What's up troops, let's start with the basics. A safe jump is a jump attack on your opponent's wake up that is timed to hit them as they get up, but if they use an invincible reversal will recover fast enough to block it. It's a very safe way to gain frame advantage against an opponent who is defending, allowing you to start pressure, and to also bait out punishable attacks from an opponent who is trying to score a reversal and disrespect your okizeme. Faust safe jumps are somewhat unique in that they're a trade-off. There's always something else you could do that's just as viable, such as tossing an item or going for other kinds of pressure. So don't take this video as an endorsement of always safe jumping. A lot of this stuff is personal preference, situational awareness, getting a read on what your opponent likes to do, that sort of thing. But should you decide that safe jump is your choice, this video will show you how. After hitting with an OTG close slash, after a successful snip snip snip, and post super wall break are the three important ones to know. We will be going over the small details that separate each situation. OTG close slash is the easiest to perform and can beat every reversal. Some common scenarios for being able to do this are after a counter hit 6p into mix mix mix, after 2k 2d, and after a throw. By jump cancelling the close slash and air dashing immediately and performing jump heavy slash, you can sneak in an attack just in time to beat a reversal attempt. But there's some finesse to it. Faust's air dash has a delay on it before you can press a button and get an attack out. Press the button too early and you'll just glide straight into them, completely defenceless to any attack they throw out. There's no input buffer on Faust's air dash, unlike every single other air dash in the game. Wow, that's weird that Faust would just not have something that everyone else has got, very strange. So grinding the timing until you can do it consistently is your only option unless you want to eat shit. On top of timing it properly, the lowest height you can instant air dash from is still too high to be able to reach the ground and block in time when it comes to faster reversals like Volcanic Viper and Leo's flash kick. This means you have to guide the air dash down towards the ground as you approach them. But if you go too far, you'll hit the ground before your attack comes out. Annoying. Luckily, the amount of time you need to hold down for syncs pretty well with the startup time for our heavy slash. By holding down and back at the same time as you press the attack button, it will take you to the minimum possible height to not have the attack interrupted by your landing animation. A special note is that Giovanna and Jack-O both have such small crouch hurtboxes that heavy slash will whiff on them if they duck. You have to use jump dust versus these characters, or someone who knows the matchup will punish you for it. The timing for jump dust is the same as heavy slash, but leaves you further away and with a little bit less frame advantage. Post-snip is the most important safe jump scenario, but it has a much tighter timing window than OTG CS and isn't universal against the cast and their various supers. On the other hand, instantly being able to light the afro on fire gives you access to drastically more powerful pressure, and is something you should be trying to force whenever you can. And don't worry, the list of who you can safe jump is coming up, but let me explain the tech first. It works pretty much the same way as after close slash. During the snip animation, hold up forward and hit the dash button as soon as you see Faust start to move. Without the close slash buffer, timing this properly is a lot tougher, which sucks since you already have less room for error. For the air dash, the same timing applies. Down back and jump dust at the same time, as early as possible. This only works against moves that have 9 frames or more startup. For moves with 8 frames of startup, you can get a safe jump with JH instead of dust, although obviously that's not going to light their afro so it's weaker. The issue that arises here is that for reversals that are just on the edge of possible to safe jump like this, it requires frame perfect execution across all 3 inputs. And personally, I don't like gambling a situation I already have the advantage in on being able to do that on command. Faust's air dash also doesn't let you block until much later than the timing for an attack input. So while you technically can transition this into hard baiting DPs and supers to try and condition them to let you hit them with jump dust in the future, you can't get a proper reward against moves like Volcanic Viper that have relatively quick recovery. So if you do want to attempt this, save it for against supers with very long recovery, like Ride the Lightning or Winger. Time to break down what's possible and what's not. You cannot safe jump these characters after snip. Chip, Soul, Leo. All these characters have 7 frame meterless reversals. You're always playing around reversals in these matchups anyway, so it should be easy to remember. As long as they don't have meter, everyone else in the game can be safe jumped without issue. If they have 50 meter, you cannot safe jump Milia, Angie or Geo. Milia and Geo both have 7 frame reversals. Angie's is first frame, so don't mess with Angie. You can safe jump these characters with meter, but it requires extreme precision. Ino, Kai. They have 8 frame moves, so you can safe jump them with jump heavy slash only. Nago when he's not in Blood Rage, and Ram. 9 frame moves. They can be caught with jump dust, because it's frame perfect. Everyone else go nuts, including Blood Rage Nago. And a note for Potemkin, there's enough time to land and punish Gigantor Kai with snip snip snip. After wall break super, it's a similar scenario to snip. Hold up forward while the animation is playing and then hit the dash button as soon as you see Faust start to move. You can safe jump everyone in the cast with jump dust, but it's frame perfect. Against characters with 7 frame reversals, I would highly recommend using jump heavy slash if you're going to go for it. On top of that, it's an absolute pain to practice, both because the counter attack settings suck for it, and you have to sit through the animation each time, so the odds are definitely stacked against you if you want to train the high execution follow up. And that should be everything you ever needed to know about Faust safe jumps. Happy hunting, gamers!